Morning, how are you? Good to have you guys today. Yesterday we spoke about money in the game of company, and I explained two approaches, and the idea was to make sure that you understand both of the approaches, to understand how it works. And the two approaches were the approach of the birds that used to fly long distance, migration prone birds that move across the continent. Okay, so it's not just flying 1 kilometer or flying 2 kilometers. We're talking about birds that fly tens and hundreds and thousands of kilometers. All right, so what could you learn from them? You know, we brought that out, and I also explained to you the principle of how you are the sixth of your closest 5 friends, how the average that your 5 friends earn is what you earn, whether monthly or yearly, whatever indices you want to use. You still come down to the fact that Great Deal Africa, how are you? Please let me know if the music is not too loud at the background, please. All right, because I've been vibing to this music since yesterday, so I kind of just enjoying it. Okay. All right, so that's what we talked about yesterday. We talked about the game of company yesterday, and I explained to you. Tell Angela, you're welcome. You're welcome. Good to have you. Good to have you. Okay, let me know if the music is too loud so that I can reduce it. I'm just particularly vibing to it. All right, so the idea is that you need to understand that your company is very, very important. In fact, one of the things that your company does for you is that it makes every other thing that you want to do concerning getting wealthy, it makes it easier. Okay? That sentence of go alone, go fast, go together, go far is actually, thank you, Timmy, is actually very important, and is a principle that you must use. It's a principle that you must use. You must make sure that you have like minds. Do you remember that post going around about Facebook, about Mark starting Facebook with his friend, about Steve Jobs starting with his friend, about Bill Gates starting with his friend, you know, and things like that. It is very important for you to have friends who also want to fly. Okay, so let me go straight to what to discuss today. And what I want to discuss today is what I call the game of honor. Money, the game of honor. I want to show you something very profound. I want to show you something very deep. You see, it will interest you that now that money has never been taught in schools, there are families, there are people who go into wealth, who grow into wealth. There are people whose family will always be wealthy. Okay, so why? How come some families know how to get wealth, know how to multiply wealth, know how to retain wealth? They also now know how to pass it down generations. How did they do it? Because it means that there are certain particular kind of lessons that they learn that makes it possible for them to transfer wealth from one generation to another. There are families on this planet Earth that have been wealthy for 10 generations. Okay, so maybe your grandfather is not wealthy, maybe your dad is not wealthy, but at least your generations can become wealthy. Okay, and it is your job to make sure that your generations go on being wealthy. And it is first of all always going to be something about the lessons or the education that you have. And I'm not talking about school education. I'm talking about financial education. I'm talking about deep financial wisdom. Okay, those are the kind of things that you pass across. I remember when I had to speak at a function in Abuja, and I was telling them that usually people focus on leaving material things to their children, whereas leaving material things to your children is not as important as leaving them with the intangibles, leaving them with things that eyes cannot see. Deep-seated mindset, deep lessons, deep wisdom. One of such deep wisdom is the concept of honor. Because if you follow social media, you are going to miss it. If you follow social media, you are going to miss it. Now, let me tell you, go and look at social media properly. T-Oni Vlog, you're welcome. Good to have you. Go and look at social media properly. You will see that a lot of people are broke there. Because a lot of people are used to nonsense. A lot of people are used to saying rubbish. And it's so interesting that our generation is the generation that mostly do not understand the concept of honor. And I'm going to show it to you so that you can understand, so that by the time you start seeing it in a different light, you will be able to understand it. Okay? You will be able to understand it. And remember how I told you that the universe is always sending you coded messages. That the universe is always sending you coded messages. So usually it is not for the lack of information. Yemi, you're welcome. You're welcome. Wale me 678, you're welcome. Good to have you guys around. Good to have you guys around. I'm talking about the concept of honor as a game of money. Okay? So I'm talking about money, the game of honor. And I've laid some foundation. I've done a quick recap of yesterday. I've laid foundation about how people will build generational wealth, not because they are passing money down, but because they are passing deep lessons down. The lessons are more important than the money. It is the lessons, it is the wisdom, it is the principles that will multiply the wealth and pass it across, because time and trends may change, but the principles never change. Time and trends may change, the principles never ever change. Anybody that serves a lot of people will be wealthy. There's nothing that is going to make that change. In fact, technology has made that easier. That is why it's easy for people to become instant millionaires, as it were, as long as they find the number of people that is commensurate to serve. So back to where I was. So I was talking about the concept of honor, and I was trying to explain that you cannot rely on social media to guide you, because social media in this regard will mislead you. Of course, little surprise that bulk of people on social media are actually broke. Okay, so if you follow major celebrities or follow maybe Don Jazzy, for example, you will see the number of people who beg daily. Okay, it is not your portion to beg. That is not, that is not what you are called for. That is not what you are meant to do in this life. What you are meant to do in this life is that you are supposed to become the best possible that you could ever become. That is the idea. There is no other idea other than you becoming the best that you could possibly become. Okay? There is no other idea other than that. So how does honor come into all of this? How does honor come into play with money? How does it come? Okay? So, if you have two people who have the same skill set, if you have two people who have the same skill set, the same level of research, and they are performing at the same level right now because they have the same level of skill set, the same level of research, the same exposure to the same tools, and the same exposure to the same amount of resources. It is possible that they are both performing at almost equal level. Okay? But if you expose them to a group of 5 people, one of them will get result from those 5 people, the other may not get result from the 5 people. Let's assume that those 5 people, they are not people that they are older than, or they are not people that they are above. Let's assume that you are exposing them to 5 superiors, maybe by age or maybe by skill. So you are exposing these 2 people to 5 superiors. What you are going to notice is that one of them is going to skyrocket. One of them is going to begin to have huge results, whereas the other may just be there. What is the difference? What is the difference? Just hold that thought. Hold that thought. I want to show you something. Hold that thought. I want to quickly go and show you something. Do you remember when I was talking about money, the game of chance? Who remembers? Remember when I was talking about money, the game of chance? You remember when I was talking about money, the game of chance? Okay, good. Remember when I told you that proverb, or that deep saying that says that the race is not to the swift, the battle is not to the strong, bread not to the wise, wealth not to the men of understanding, and so on and so forth, but that time and chance happens to them all. And I explained to you that what that passage is trying to tell you is that all of those things will happen only when everybody gets their chance or their time. And I explained to you that passage, that quote says that time and chance happens to them all, which means that everybody will have their time and chance. Do you remember? Do you remember when I was telling you that? Remember when I told you that is a constant, that is one of the reasons why the universe is always sending a coded message to you, always hearing things like your time will come, your Your own time come. Don't worry. Your time will come. Don't worry. Your time will come. That's the universe telling you that time and chance will happen to you. It has to. It must. Alright? Okay? Very, very good. And I explained to you that one of the things that happens is that people don't recognize when those times happen to them, right? Very good. I also now told you, please pay attention. I also now told you I like this song. Okay. Now, remember when I told you that people were the bearer of time and chance? Remember when I told you that people are the bearer of time and chance? Remember when I told you that people are the bearer of time and chance? Alright? Good. Good. Egoism, you're welcome. Egoism, you're welcome. Remember when I told you that people are the bearer of time and chance? Do you remember when I told you that? Very good. Very good. Very, very good. So what you now need to take from that now is that it is possible for you to meet a person who has time and chance in his hands that you need, but the person will not give it to you. You know? Now let me tell you. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Now, did anybody here watch the movie Matrix? Did you watch the movie Matrix? Did you watch the movie Matrix? Okay, so if you watch the movie Matrix, you remember a place where Morpheus told Neo. Morpheus told Neo that they have to visit the Oracle. Do you remember? Do you remember? Do you remember? Okay, when Morpheus said we have to visit the Oracle. Okay? Now, what you will notice is that they had to go see a woman. They had to go see a person. In fact, the Oracle was even a program. So, honor, first of all, starts with recognizing that somebody is special. Honor starts with you recognizing that this person beside you, this person ahead of you, this person even that is even your subordinate, honor starts from you recognizing that they are special, which means that honor works with perception. People who have low level of perception will not know or recognize somebody who is special. And because they cannot recognize somebody who is special, they find it difficult for you, they find it difficult for them, they find it difficult to honor those people who are special. Now, please pay attention. Pay attention, please. Please pay attention. This will blow your mind. Okay? So you see, when they went there, the Oracle confirmed to them that Neo was the man. You know? The Oracle confirmed to them that Neo was the man. They needed to be sure. Okay? They needed to be sure. Imagine if they were not sure. They will keep looking for Neo, who was supposed to be the savior as it were. And then if they kept looking for Neo, when they already had Neo, what do you think will happen to the whole, humanity as it were, according to that fiction? So you must understand that it is always the universe coded message to tell you that there are always gatekeepers. Human beings are gatekeepers, bearer of time and chance. Okay? Whatever you call it, God or Allah, whoever that you worship, you have to understand that God does not come down to come and hold any gate. It is people who hold it. And one of the ways, Crown Footwear, you're welcome. One of the ways you can get people to give you things, one of the ways you can get people to give you your time and your chance, because they are the bearer of time and chance, is for you to honor them. You see, when you honor them, you act like you acknowledge that they are special. You act and talk like you acknowledge that they are different, because look around you, people are special. It is your job to be able to see. It is your job to be able to see that this person is different, that this person is special, so that you can honor them. Because what happens when you honor them is that you are communicating to them that you understand the value of what they carry. Okay? And you pay for that value by honoring them, because you give them good feedback, and then because they also feel good about themselves, which is actually a good thing, and so they hand over that thing to you. So they give you your time and your chance. So they give you your time and your chance because you have demonstrated to them that you value the time and the chance. So there is no way for you to value time and chance in the bearer's hands if you do not honor them. Have you ever wondered why famous musicians will always hail musicians that have gone ahead of them? It is the concept of honor. You may not understand it, but those guys kind of understand it. They are trained to understand honor. They are trained to understand honor. They are trained to understand honor. You must learn it. There are people all around you that you must honor. Whatever it is, if somebody bought a car before you, whatever it is, honor that person who was able to gather money and buy a car when you couldn't gather money to buy a car. Say, wow, that was so wonderful. How did you do it? That was brilliant. Wow, this is something that I was battling with and I could not do, and you did it. Wow, respect, sir. Yeah. Honor people because they are the gatekeepers. Honor people because they are the bearer of your time and chance that you are expecting. So honor is how you force time and chance to happen for you repeatedly. Honor is how you will be lucky. Honor. 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 No other way. No other way. I'm telling you. You want your time and chance to happen for you fast, repeatedly. Honor. The person may be your mate. You may be older than the person. The person may be older than you. It doesn't matter. Recognize when somebody is special and acknowledge it with your words and your acts. That's all. That's all. So that the gatekeepers can open the gates for you. I think it was in Matrix Reloaded. They had to go and find the gate, the key maker or someone like that, somebody who had keys. They had to go find him. I mean, you have to understand, the universe is always communicating to you. The universe is always talking to you. You have to be sensitive. Honor people. Start with your parents. Start with your parents. Move to your teachers. Move to your mates. Honor people. Be a man of honor. When they say this is a man of honor, be a man of honor. All right, I have come to the end of today's. You guys are wonderful. It's good to have you guys. Your task today is to make a list of 10 people who are special around you. By the way, your parents have to be number one in those lists. Okay? People who are special around you. Make a list of 10 people who are special around you. Make active effort to honor them. Call them, honor them. Begin to act like you honor them. Remember, all the people that you need, you already have them. In fact, if there's anybody that you need to meet, you are going to meet them based on how you interact with people who you are right now, which invariably means, directly or indirectly, that you already know all the people you need to know. If you're not getting the best from them, it's because you are not honoring them. Honor them. Thank you so much. I love you. Absolutely. I am particularly invested in your success. I want you to succeed, and I will see it happen. Okay? All right. We can't stop. Bye.